What's up, everybody? Let's check out Balcony. So Balcony was actually one of the first songs that I wrote for Harmony House. This is something that I wrote very early on in the process of LP2. I just wrote it in my dorm room. This song is very college to me. I feel like it still is very much so in the same inspiration realm as Fuzzy Brain. But yeah, I don't know. It just kind of has more of a punchy pop indie thing going on, which I guess I always do, but I don't know. I guess this song just sounds different in my mind. But it all started out with these guitar chords, which I was trying to make it sound very like The Cure meets Strokes meets like I don't know, Devo or something with the bass line. But then I went and added this like guitar lead. Which in my mind definitely gives it that like Cure feel. Just running through a chorus, you know, the normal effects we would go for. Phaser, I think, maybe. But yeah, just really doing it. And we're layering an acoustic guitar, mic'd with RE20, I think. Something simple. Then electric guitar playing the same chords, layered. Yeah, I just wanted this to feel kind of more raw, rock-ish. Oh, and I was listening to a lot of Broncho, which is a modern band, but just has a really, really cool, tight, like psychedelic, not psychedelic, just a grungy feel. So this is kind of like my attempt at a Broncho song, for those of you out there who are fans of Broncho. Great music. Anyways, yeah, so the guitar, I mean, it's chopped up, but I wanted it to feel like one long take. Just adding little lines in there. But that's all the guitar, it's just those three layered. The lead, rhythm on electric, rhythm on acoustic. I definitely tried in Harmony House to like exclusively be inspired by different artists for each song. So this is kind of like the Cure song. Anyways, so onto the bass. The bass took a long time to get the right sound that I wanted, but it started out with just a bass DI, just going through a bunch of plugins, Decapitator, Exciter, Fresh Air. It's a really great plugin. This is actually free for adding like high end to things. This is without it. This is with it. This gives it a little bit of that crunch. And Bass Rider, which is kind of like a compressor. Layered with a guitar. Playing an octave higher just to add more texture and harmonics. And then a synth bass. Just layered down there to make it sound. Okay, so the file just exploded. Let's open that back up. File's back up and running. So it got the guitar, the synth bass, and the bass all stacked together. This is what it sounds like. And then all of those are going through a pretty crazy bus. I recorded all of them, then approached them as if they were one sound, if that makes sense. So all the plugins here, too many plugins. I overproduced the bass, I would argue. But all the stringed instruments. Yeah, surf rocky, you know, kind of got that summery swing, old radio sound on the guitar. Then we've got some synth parts going here. We've got a Mellotron playing 4 chords. Just a pad in the background, very low, playing like the root and the vocal patch from the CMI or a Fairlight that I've used on Harmony House all over. That just sounds like this. On the verses, we've got the Fantasia patch that I keep using from the JV2080. That was a beautiful redbird. Wow. Nature, nature. How amazing. Okay. Yeah, this is the Fantasia patch from the JV2080. It just sounds so nostalgic. Layered with the Selena, which is like a very Joy Division synth. Most of it's just to add magic and texture. I mean, it's not like very heavy on the synths, except for the synth bass, but just kind of adding a little noodling in there. If there's some wrong notes I just didn't want to fix or anything. Then here on the outro, there's its own little synth solo, kind of. Sits in the back. And that really sounds like a Cure kind of thing to me. Yeah, that guitar part was actually just like a first take. And I mean, I'm still figuring out how to play guitar. I mean, I definitely wouldn't say I'm like on expert mode or anything, but this lead, I was still figuring out my scales. I just luckily got everything when I was just going up and down. So I don't know, I just happened to get lucky there. Okay, so for the drums, I wanted it to feel really tight and punchy, new wave-esque. Everything is essentially layered with a copy. All of it's electronic because it's MIDI, but acoustic sample here for the kick, layered with an actual electronic sample from a drum machine kick. So it kind of gives it like this hybrid acoustic electronic sound, especially on the snare. Like here's the acoustic snare, layered with an electronic snare together. Just gives it like a punchy kind of thing. And then claps every once in a while. Just really low down there to add more snap. Like a little Lindrum clap I do every once in a while. Yeah, just kick, hat, snare, really simple. We've got a shaker. That's actually like a drum tracks shaker, which is like a drum machine. I think, yes, sequential circuits drum tracks, which is a great drum machine. I just have the actual samples of one. I don't have the real machine. Maybe one day, but also I have the samples, so. And then percussion, we've got Logic's Pop Percussion, just adding texture in the back. It's like the secret tool on Harmony House's drums and percussion. It just fills it up. I mean, it's really low in the mix, but you know, just gives it more of like a danceable thing going on. And with the bass. Yeah. And then we've got the effects going on at the bottom, right underneath the drums. So we've got a crash sample that I have, just running through Echo Boy, actually all the way up on the mix. So you're not hearing the initial hit of the sample, but actually just the echo coming out from this sample library that I have. It's just a person saying shh, soaked in reverb, a vocal laser. That's just me going doo, and then going through an echo. Here's my super space drum. Where did it go? Oh. Hitting this once. Gotta have lasers. And that sounds like this. So all of the effects and percussion and the bass line. So let's look at the vocals. The vocals are stacked. I wanted this to feel kind of more like a talking vocal than just like full-on singing, and like more suave and quiet. I usually don't think about my audible delivery, meaning, or like velocity, like your vocal velocity. But on this song, I try to make it more like intimate and like you just like woke up and you're tired and you're singing it. I don't know why I would, but that's what I was kind of going for.
Nowadays, it's getting strange.
Just kind of more like just up front. Very compressed, very heavy compressed. There's a vocal left and right. Real low in the mix. Going through this plugin called ADT, which is just like an effect the Beatles used a lot. I mean, that's a reference anybody would know. Lots of classic rock. It just causes this phasing kind of thing. So I'm doing it on the left and then also on the right. So it's kind of like 4 different vocals. It kind of feels like this weird, like phasing, trippy thing.
Every day.
Then I've got a vocal that's just a lower octave.
It's getting strange in different ways. You call me out from in a haze.
I've got It's Getting Strange
in different ways.
And that's just me going woo, soaked in reverb. Just like, oh, strange things.
In different ways.
And there it is. Okay, so on the vocals, we've just got a harmony, left, right. This is what it sounds like.
Wish you would come down, talk to me. I see you standing on that balcony.
Well, now we've pretty much gone over everything in the song except the full playthrough. So we'll just go and play the end of the song because that's everything. We have one just straight effects chain going in there. That's just a delay. But anything, is everything together? Anyways, if you want to hear the song, it's on the internet. But this is how I made it. These are all the layers to it. So yeah, anyways, this was a fun one to make. It's an old song. Not to you, because I just released it. Anyways, hope you learned something. Hope you had fun watching this. And I hope that you have luck with your computer today. And that if you're using technology, it wouldn't fail you like it has for me today. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all very soon. Goodbye.